So I will say that sometimes I am disappointed with the shib development team. Okay, I think a lot of us have been, and this isn't to create FUD or anything like this. I just don't really think they get it. I think they're really out of touch with the community and the direction that things should and could go. So this was a post that was made by Shib Lucy. There's one that's following this by Shaitoshi as well. But what she said was, again, Shib, everyone wants to see Shiba succeed, and it's important to recognize that no one owns the keys to the SHIB supply, which is true. Every SHIB you burn, someone needs to buy. So it's not just the devs or the team's responsibility, it's the entire community's role. This is true as well. By using shibarium, which the team built for everyone, you will always burn a little. There aren't millions of dollars to burn. Someone somewhere needs to produce this money. This is a well-known fact, unfortunately often overlooked. We are diligently working on dApps so in the future they can generate more revenue for burning. Your understanding and patience in this process is greatly appreciated. Now, what Shaitoshi also said was burns will come through utility and use. The expectation is magic burns, but without real use, there are no burns. So I focus on use, many use cases, and put burns in. So them fudders attack, and this drives away users or investors or partners, which drives down use, basically shooting ourselves in the foot. There is no other way. Take the game, for instance. My word is good and the game is still negative. But I could have bought a Bugatti and I made a game for the community. That's the difference between me and others, yet I face FUD. And still, we need the right DAO. And for that, we need identity. And for that, we need SNS. So here's the thing, right? They're basically repeating what they've said before. And they're right? Adoption is the key to success when it comes to burns. Adoption is the key to success when it comes to shibarium. But the big problem is that a lot of this alienation of the Shiba Inu community has come through misinformation, right? They talked about major burns. And in fact, the burns happen to end up being small. They're very small, in fact. We've seen very little accumulation of the bone fees in order to burn Shiba Inu. And the problem that I think the Shiba Inu community has is there's not been much to address this. Now, I feel like a parrot because I continue to repeat myself talking about the burns and the ways that they could fix this. But the problem is that they're out of touch with the ways that things could be fixed. They seem to have a single-minded focus in this regard. This is what they want to do, and they don't really care what anybody else has to say. And that's the reason why there isn't much utilization on shibarium. Take a look at the early days of shibarium, right? Hundreds of thousands of transactions, great sign, people utilizing the network. Then when we figured out, oh my gosh, these burns are actually quite small in comparison to what they could be, that's where people started to have a problem. That's where you essentially had this exodus from the SHIB ecosystem. That's where you have Shiba Inu holders not utilizing shibarium. There is still an opportunity here. There's an opportunity to fix the misdirection that they've created. I guess that's not really the right word. The wrong direction. Anyways, you guys get the point, right? I don't believe that the team is headed down the right direction. They have an opportunity to create something huge, vertically integrated, decentralized ecosystem that, again, can make SHIB the best store of value in the crypto space, can remove large portions of supply. You can immediately bring in a community of over 1.3 million holders. But the problem is when you're so focused on the things in the bubble and you're putting the people outside the bubble, those people don't want to essentially be in the bubble because they see how much the stuff inside the bubble is just essentially an echo chamber. And you can kind of even see that just from the post. For example, commenting is only turned on by people who are mentioned or are following or whatever, right? And that's an issue, all right? So I thought I'd bring this up. They need to expand their thinking. They need to listen to the community. They need to get everything right before we get further into this bull market cycle. There's great things coming from the SHIB ecosystem. But again, like they said, if people are not going to utilize it, if people aren't going to be in the ecosystem and build in the ecosystem, it's not going to thrive, right? So just wanted to share that with everybody. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And I hope they get their heads out of their butts. All right. I hope they can right the ship. They can get the right people doing the right things, and they can actually do something to help band the community back together. Get us all focused again, get us excited again about this vertically integrated, decentralized ecosystem that can, in fact, dominate the space. So I appreciate you guys. Show your love below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.